All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of David E. Taylor Full Frontal Exposure 2.0, where everybody's opinion is a lie. And today, court case update. Okay. A little bird flew in my ear yesterday. Won't say who or what, of course, because it's just a fucking bird. And what I found out, I'm super at ease right now with David, with what's going on with the process. I really am. This is kind of a call. Now listen up. Real close. Hang on. This is going to be somewhat a call to anybody who has been affected by this piece of shit. I don't care who it is. If you're a family member, you got a kid in this cult, have you given money to this piece of shit, been scammed by him, whatever, let me know. This is also what if... Let me just say something. This is... Again, if you've been affected by this cult, okay, in any way, shape, or form, write a letter about your experience. I'm not going to see it, but I'll give you an email to where you can send it to somebody who can see it that's going to give a shit, okay? This is real shit, guys. If anybody whoever thought this isn't going to end, guess what? It's going to fucking end. It's going to end, guys. This close. This close. So, without ado, let me pull up the docket. Let's see here. That's it. Little bird flew in my ear yesterday and said, hey, check this out. Okay, so what we have here is these are requests from the lawyers. They're requests from the lawyers. Let's see, I'll tell you exactly what they are. My name's on here too, by the way. Just my name, no bullshit, is on these requests, the court documents. Because I wrote a letter to the judge, you guys. I wrote a letter to the judge, and it got submitted into evidence. Which all makes sense with all this text messages and shit that I've been getting recently. Everything makes sense now. So what I did is I actually sent those text messages over to your guys' lawyers. Both sides. Both sides. I sent them to Mr. Tuttle and Michelle DiCafino. Okay? The letter I sent, right, it was straight facts. That's it. It was nothing else. It was any babbling bullshit. It was strictly facts. This is who we are. This is what we're doing. This is who David is. This is what we know. Here's the information. We are concerned. More or less. That's all my letter said. Your Honor, it basically said, Your Honor, he's going to lie to everybody in this process, including Your Honor. That's exactly how I worded the letter. I said, David E. Taylor and this whole organization is going to attempt to lie to everybody, including Your Honor. And I didn't say you, Your Honor. It said Your Honor. You're the judge, right? I wonder, it makes me wonder, right? I wonder if they're fucking lying to their own fucking lawyers, man. That would be a shitty fucking day for them if they were lying to their own lawyers. Man, oh man, oh man. Imagine paying a lawyer to defend you, right? And then you fucking lie to him. I can see David or Joseph or fucking somebody in that cult doing that. Michelle, what's up with you changing your last name to Cosby too, by the way? Michelle changed her last name to Cosby recently. Again, little bird flew in my ear. What I also found out is David's actually trying to countersue. David's actually trying to countersue the stage company for $400,000 for defamation. Get the fuck out of here, David. The only reason you're trying to sue is because you know you're fucked. You have a pot to piss it in a window to throw it out of. Yeah, look at the sides of the docs on the invoice. Yeah, the homie brought up a good point just now. Now, if the stage company, right? Now, if the stage company did this verbally without fucking crossing T's and dotting I's, they're fucked. But I have a hard time believing that this stage company would actually do that. I really do. I hope they fucking didn't. I hope they didn't. I hope the stage company said, nope, we're getting everything in writing. Everything in writing. Oh, shit. So I think I got like a fucking splinter in my hand or some shit. Let's take a peek here. I'm looking at the court documents right now. Let's see here. But yeah, so fuck, I lost train of thought. Jake texted me. Jake the Snake texted me. And he said he read the docs too. If the stage company only did verbal approval to do upgrades, they messed up big time. Yep, they did. But what I'm looking at is it shows on the side of the invoice here, add standing lions taller 30%. Hang on. Let me shoot a picture for Jake. And it tells you the dates that they added it. It does. It tells you. It says on the invoice right here, David owes him $1.262 million. Okay. He owes him $1.262 million on this project. Again, this little bird also told me that basically David has to provide 5 years of fucking documents of you guys, and it's everything. Everything. David has to provide all financial records for the last 5 years of his organization. Everything. Every single fucking document. Tax records, W-2s, I-9s, what the fuck ever they have have to provide it. Mm-hmm. They have to. They have to. And this will be going to a jury trial. It's going to go to a jury trial in October. It says right here that David's insisting that it goes to a jury trial. Why? I don't know. He's dumb as fuck for doing it. David honestly thinks he's got a leg to stand on with this contract, but he doesn't. He doesn't. You don't have a leg to stand on. The only leg you could have to stand on is if the stage company did a verbal agreement and didn't sign their shit, right? That would be the flip side. Oh, okay. Hang on. Let's see here. Hang on. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, 30% is building and designing it. I'm sorry, I'm texting with Jake right now. Yeah, what got me, David E. Taylor is claiming this thing is 30% completed. Right, that's what this says. And what the documents say is David had somebody come down, an expert of his own, and say, oh, it's only 30% completed. But who the fuck is the expert? Joseph? Yeah, fucking right. No way. There's no way Joseph is the expert on this. They were, looks like they were trying to get serve 8 fact depositions during the 17 days. That does not include expert depositions. So there's a series of depositions that have already been given, it looks like. So it looks like we have some more depositions possibly. Right. And I'm on the deposition list. Right under David's name. I'm not even fucking bullshitting you guys. Not lying. The depositions will take place as follows. This is on the court records. 8 notice of depositions being served on defendants today, but not filed with the court. Kingdom of God Global Church, JMMI, Michelle Brennan, Ashley Larimer, Kia, Kirsten Jones, a big black girl, right? Joseph Bush, David Taylor, and me. My deposition was supposed to take place on 5/26/2023. But we'll see what happens, man. I'm maybe I should email the lawyer. I did email him the text messages. Because now this all makes sense why I'm getting the text messages. They saw this. That's why they know who I am. They saw my name on the court records. That's why they started calling me and talking shit. Whoever that guy was that's been sending the text messages, this is why. And it's funny. You know what's nice? Is the fact that you tell me what the funny thing tells me, whoever this is on the flip side, I was just sitting here laughing at you because of how much of a faggot you are. Like, that tells me that you're sitting there fucking thinking about me, dude. So I love it. I love that you guys are sitting there thinking about me and you just had to text me randomly from this 407 number. It's an Orlando number, too. And I'm sure they were probably just trying to get some shit off of me, which is fine. I just sent him back a bunch of pictures. These guys are all scared. These guys are all scared. These guys are all scared. They thought that string of text messages was going to upset me, but it didn't. It just what we talk about with these guys, the money laundering, the control, the everything. Everything. It's a cult, 100%. I don't even, yeah. Hey, bro, let me call you back. I'm recording a video.
All right, man.
Okay, you good?
Yeah, I just talked to the guy who does the raider. He's a raider for the VA.
Yeah.
I just happened to be doing his pest control today, so we got into a long conversation about how to maximize your ratings.
Yeah, let's talk, dude. Let's talk about that. Let me finish this video and I'll jam you up, dude.
All right, man.
Okay, later, bro.
Yep, bye.
It's my beekeeping buddy out of South Carolina. Bob Walker Bees. He's out of South Carolina. He's a veteran working on getting his rating worked on. That's something that David scams is VA veterans too. So if anybody's got a family member out there that's a veteran that think they could be getting scammed by David, let us know so we can report it, okay? We'll report it to the VA. We'll report it to the VA and make David's life a fucking living hell, okay? Because he's using it to pay these bills now. And David pulled a fucking $40,000 credit card recently, last month. David pulled a $40,000 credit card, maxed it, right? Maxed it in I don't know how quick he maxed it in, but he maxed it right away. It's maxed, right? So he pulls a $40,000 credit card, maxes it, and it's no doubt for these lawyer fees right here. I'm going to tell the lawyer. I'm not going to tell him. I'm just going to ask him, hey, put me back on to be deposed after all these text messages. I think I'm going to go and have depose me. Why not? Maybe we'll get David's deposition. That'd be pretty dope. They're definitely interested in the tax records is what it looks like, for sure. What I'm reading here, they want to know about the fucking tax records. Yes, they do. Okay, let's take a peek here. Let's see here. Entry of order, ready defendants of pretrial deadlines, okay. This lawsuit involves a breach of oral contract dispute concerning the build-out payment completion. Is an oral contract dispute. Fucked. Parties have not conducted any depositions to date, but the parties were engaged in informal settlement negotiations from the beginning of the lawsuit through about January 2022. Only written discovery was conducted. Plaintiff requested to set depositions only once in January 2023, and the parties thereafter have reset mediation to allow for additional time. parties were unable to resolve the dispute informally and attend formal mediation on April 21st, 2023, which resulted in an impasse. With close of discovery being 1 month from mediation date and no position being completed, it is virtually impossible to complete fact and expert discovery in less than 20 days despite the best efforts of any party. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and read the fucking lawsuit out. In fact, plaintiffs recognized and agreed... Plaintiffs recognized and agreed that the parties should request an extension or pretrial deadlines and represented to Magistrate Otazo Reyes at the recent April 17th, 2023 discovery hearing. The plaintiffs intended to file a motion to extend pretrial deadlines, including the May 2nd, 2023 expert disclosure deadline to accommodate the deadline set by the magistrate. The defendants then reached out to plaintiffs to confer about filing joint motion to extend pretrial deadlines, and plaintiffs retracted their representations that additional time for discovery and to comply with pretrial deadlines was needed, and have instead prepared and are attempting to serve 8 fact depositions during the next 17 days. So looks like they got served depositions, man. And that does not even include expert depositions. There's going to be fact depositions and there's expert depositions. The parties have engaged in extensive informal settlement discussions that included a site inspection at the plaintiff's yard with multiple vendors assisting the defendant with same, and conducting multiple depositions prior to mediation would have resulted in unnecessary legal fees for the party. Therefore, there is no intention to cause delay by filing of this motion. The parties need additional time to properly prepare this case for trial, and the defendants will also be keeping to set several necessary depositions before close of discovery. Federal Rule of Civil Procedure Rule 26C specifically states that upon a motion by a party from whom discovery is sought, the court may enter a protective order concerning depositions to protect a party or person from annoyance, embarrassment, oppression, or undue burden or expense. What that's basically saying is, like, David doesn't want the depositions to be released to the public. Defendants and the undersigned are not available to attend more than 8 depositions in the next 17 days for this matter, which does not include expert depositions and defendant's own deposition. David, gotta give a deposition. As the undersigned and clients are not available to accommodate the same. These depositions are overburdensome, will cause undue burden, and are unreasonable to complete. In light of the foregoing, defendants respectfully request that this court enter an order to extend all pre-trial deadlines and trial date by an additional 75 days, and further enter a protective order concerning the 8 depositions that plaintiffs are attempting to cram into the next 17 days. Plaintiffs themselves have already admitted and represented to this court that additional time to complete discovery and pre-trial deadlines was necessary, DE 35, it's like in little brackets, which demonstrates what the newly served depositions noted were filed with the purpose of harassment. Basically say that the stage company was filing the depositions as a form of harassment. That's what that says. David thinks he's being harassed because they're trying to depose him. Nope, they don't, David. They're not harassing you. This is what happens when you play with the big boys, David. Whereof defendants respectfully request that this court enter an ordering extending all pretrial deadlines and trial date by an additional 75 days, and further enter a protective order concerning the 8 depositions that plaintiffs are attempting to cram into the next 17 days, and such others in further relief as this court deems just and proper. That's on May 2nd, 2023. Okay. Now, let's go to the attorney requests. Now we're going to read the responses. This one's a little bit longer. Let's see. The first slide is defendants, KOGGC, plaintiffs. Defendants deny allegation. Admit the allegations of paragraph 1. Admit the allegations of paragraph 2 for jurisdiction purposes only, but deny any and all liability and demand strict proof thereof. David's, let's see. Defendant admit only that the Kingdom Church and Joshua Media collectively paid the plaintiffs in excess of $750,000 over several payments in connection with parties' agreements, but deny all other allegations and demand strict proof thereof. Defendants deny the allegations of paragraph 13 and 25 and demand strict proof thereof. They're denying everything. Says denied. Response. Defendants incorporate by reference re-allege their answers. Defendants deny. Defendants deny. Defendants deny. Defendants state the plaintiff's alleged damages are not causally related to any action or inaction of the defendants. Defendants state that the plaintiff's claims are barred by plaintiff's own breach of the terms of the parties' agreements. See, if there was no written, there's nothing in writing, didn't happen. Anybody ever see that movie Founder with Michael Keaton? It's about McDonald's. Watch that movie. If it's not in writing, don't do. Hey, anybody try? Hey, if David's coming to you to build a fucking stage, don't do it. Don't fucking do it. All right. Anybody that's listening to this, there's a fucking lawsuit we're looking at right here. Don't do business with this man. If you do business with him, make him fucking pay you up front. Every fucking dime. Or you're going to end up in a fucking lawsuit with them. The hotel down in Houston, that's going to end up in a fucking lawsuit. We keep telling these people, hey, don't do business with this man. He will try to fuck you. He will try to fuck you and come out on top. Don't do business with him. This is a $1.2 million lawsuit plus attorney fees. Affirmative defenses. These are all just affirmative defenses. Plaintiff's claims are barred because they have already received payments in excess of $750,000 for the work completed and have only performed 30% of the work paid for. But I'm wondering who their expert was. Looking at the documents for the invoice, the numbers are all there. Every fucking hour that was spent, some of that shit was CNC. The Lions was machined. I'll tell you how much time was put on a CNC machine. Give me a second. I'll tell you right now. David on the CNC machine. Give me a second. I'll come back to that. Oh no, I think it might be on the next one. Okay, yeah, it's on the one I was just on. All right, let's take a peek here. Just on the machining process, David. Let me tell you. David spent a lot of money on this. Let's see. I don't know what that is. That looks like. Man, you see these numbers? It's so the production designer, $54,000, right? That's the designer. Yeah, you're gonna pay a designer that type of money, David. You're dumb as fuck, David. You just don't know. David, you're fucking dumb. You went into this thinking it wasn't gonna cost that much money, but the one thing I wanted to get on was the carving machine time, which is a CNC. Okay. If you don't know what a CNC is, David, look it up online. 900 hours of carving. 900 hours, David. That's what it took to carve out your shit. And you're trying to fuck these guys over for money? Nope, ain't happening. You got foam blocks, 78 foam blocks, 47,000. Hand carving time, 30 grand. 29. Well, it's 29,450. Burn time, 75 hours, $19,450. Then he added, let's see, LED lighting, trans DMX, $45,600. Let's see what the biggest charge on here was. Crates, that's $84,000. Okay, just for labor. Labor was $400,000. We have the designer, the draftman, we had 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 4 riggers, high point riggers, had a lead man fabrication, lead man load in, shopper. So basically somebody to go out and shop all your bullshit for you, right? Dude paid so much money. This is why the fucking music industry is pays, like when you hear Slipknot talk and shit about why it's really hard for people to make a lot of money in the music industry, you see what these people are getting charged to build stages and you understand why. Just in labor, $400,000 to build a stage. That's just where they're at with David, right? They bid an actual and then the actual, right? The rap, I'm guessing that's what they actually paid out. So they had stage builders, terse builders, gaffers, matching riggers, shop foreman, foreman rigger, carpenters. You had 3 carpenters. Those carpenters cost you a lot of money. The carpenters, what was that? 60 grand right there in carpenters. The foam painter, 18 grand. You had 2 foam painters. That was right there. That's about 40 grand. You had to have an EMT on site because of all the shit they were doing, right? Paid for an EMT. Overtime for crew, foam carver, foam designer, welder, right? Now, here's the materials. Foam blocks, 78 foam blocks, 47 grand. Carving machine time, 900 hours. Hand carving time, 210 hours. Burn time, 75. Finishing time on columns, 450 hours. Stage skirting, 342 running feet. So that means it's the total running feet of the stage, right? Hard coat, 310 gallons. Scenic time, 465 hours. Paint. Rug, 5,180 square feet. That costs you $15,000 with shipping. Additional letters to the side wings, 30 footers, $14,000. Words on top with LED floating lights and it says 18.5. So letters up on top, it's going to say the kingdom, right? That bullshit. That was going to cost him 20 grand. Taller bollards to top with new accent balls, 9,000. All stairs with rim lights and dimmers, 28 grand. 8 columns, 16 foot with extended base. Two added columns to stage, 34 inches by 22 inches tall with extended bases. Add stairs in front and back of third stage. David, you're going to need a fucking elevator, an escalator, one of those fucking derelict chairs, dude, to get up the fucking stairs. This arena isn't happening, guys. And anybody that's thinking about finishing this job for him, don't do it. Listen to us, please, for once. Listen to us. Please. Listen to us. I'm going through all the costs right here that this is all donor money. David hasn't worked a day in his fucking life, everybody. Remember that. Remember that. This is donor money. Oh, look. The DMX lighting, $45,000. Oh, thank you, donors, for $45,000 worth of lighting that's just now fucking gone to shit. Fireproofing all staging, 20 grand. Chain hoist, 4,000. Wood for stairs, 7,500. Staging, 35 by 136. Rental, 25,000. Steel for welding. 2 42-inch call with headdress and extended bases, 26,000. 18 cauldrons purchased. 2 custom standing lights, 12 feet tall with hard coat, 24,000. 4 seated lions. He said, oh, they're 25 feet tall. No, they're only 5 feet tall. Parking for big trucks, $300 off-site. Prep day setup and strike in Miami, 25,000. So I think what they do, that's the day that they actually set up the stage for them. It's going to cost them $25,000 just for them to set up the stage and show them how to do it, right? Then that wall of remembrance we saw, remember? The big wall of remembrance? Guess who made it? Movie Prop Rentals made it, and they made it for $12,500. Okay? The crates, 84,000. Wheels, 12,540. Hotel in Orlando, 4 rooms for 4 days, 2,400. Truck, 5 by 5 53 footers, 6,800. Kit rental 3 day, 850 gas, fuel, parking tolls, 1,200 crew meals, craft service times 5, $1,500. Union rules every 5 hours meals. So I'm guessing every 5 hours, when you're union, you get a meal every 5 hours. Expensive total $858,593 with tax. $1.262 million. Then it says extras. What they put on this here, it says extras. 2-stage, 20 by 136. Add stairs front and back. Add additional stage on top. Add stairs on additional stage. Add fireproofing. Bigger columns. Add longer set by 36. Taller by 24. Add depths to set by 20 feet. Add second level of stage. Add bigger first level stage. God, David, you're fucking delusional as fuck. This was 9/23/2022 is when they made these last changes. Add 2 extra columns. Add LED lights to all set. Add lights to all stairs. Add ballasts and dimmers to LED. Add taller boards to top. Add decorative balls to handrail. Guessing handrail. Add wording on top wings and LED lighting letters up top. Add white carpet on top of stage. Add 8 additional vases. Add standing lions taller 30%. So he wanted to make the lions taller by 30%. Damn, 80, that's per engineer, holy shit. Okay, so on the most expensive part on labor was the designer. The draftman, really. Guy was getting paid $1,000 an hour. Damn. Your riggers are getting paid $600 an hour. Your high point riggers are getting paid $600 an hour. Your install riggers are getting paid $550 and $500 an hour. Yeah, and your overtime hit 2,200 only hit hour and a half. So you had to pay $3,300 in overtime. So just in labor, the subtotal is $404,000 on this stage, right? $858,000 was the production expenses total for the grand total of the 1.2 million, right? I'm guessing that's without taxes too. What's this right here? Petty cash disbursement. Okay. Joseph signed it. He signed the verification. I, Joseph Bush, representative of the Kingdom of God Global Church and Joshua Media Ministries International, declare under penalties of perjury that I have read the foregoing and the facts alleged therein are true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief. Joseph, you're going to go to prison for lying. You're going to go to jail, Joseph. Man. Boy, you guys fucked up on this one. They're basically denying everything and countersuing for $400,000. Counter defendants further engaged. A duty of good faith and fair dealing is implicit in all enforceable contracts under Florida law and is implied in the performance or expressed by systematically engaging in deceitful practices, improperly using the funds paid for construction of the stage prop, failing to construct the prop set on schedule, refusing to account for $300,000 in contract funds. Counter defendants demonstrated bad faith in performing the express terms of the oral contract. What a mess, man. David's trying to countersue him. David brings in his so-called expert. It's probably fucking Joseph for that fucking Foddy guy or some bullshit. Right, this is my expert. David, you know what? We have our experts, and they say they're right on with the money. Counterplans requested meeting inspection prompt to ascertain how much work had already been completed. see. Saying they went there to inspect. If they get there, I'm getting confused when they say counter plaintiffs and counter defendant. So maybe if somebody knows, can you clear that up? Let me ask Jake. He knows. After the text, what's counter? Hang on, I'm texting Jake because they're countering. Counter defendants could not have accounted for this difference and have refused to provide proof of alleged costs and labor in excess of $300, $300,000 or of lost or non-existent receipts despite demand. No, this was the cost of material went up during. Not yet. I haven't been served yet, by the way. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to get deposed because I haven't been formally served. I haven't been served yet. Just keep that in mind. It's a I don't know yet. I told the lawyers to go ahead and put me down if they want to serve me. To go ahead and serve me, I'll take the I'll take the notice, and I don't know if they are. I don't know if they are, guys. I really don't. If they do, we're gonna win. Guarantee we're gonna win. Okay, so the counter plaintiff counters comments of the defendant. Okay. Okay, so it's saying plaintiffs have suffered economic and reputational damages. Yes, that's true. Of the defendants, actions and omissions will continue to suffer. Counter defendants' actions and omissions and will continue to suffer non-economic damage should the prop materials not be properly served or stored, properly preserved. Okay, David's also threatened to sell or otherwise dispose of the partially completed stage prop, which is imminent threat at this point in time. Plaintiffs would be greatly prejudiced and damaged should the stage prop materials be sold or disposed of, not only due to more than $750,000 already invested, but also because the stage prop is unique to their outreach ministry. Plaintiffs have suffered economic damage. Yeah, Dave, I'm texting with Jake. Basically, David wants the stage for $350,000. They're going to say, no fucking way. Fuck out of here. Look at all the work we did. Not with that spreadsheet, David. Not with that spreadsheet, buddy. Those are all the costs, dude. That's a legal form, David. That spreadsheet, bud? David, this spreadsheet I'm looking at here? Hey, dude, that's a legit invoice, dude. That's a legit invoice, dude. That's proof that they did the work. Right there. Proof that they did the work. David's not going to ask Michelle on this one. That's for goddamn sure. God, David, you made a mess out of this shit. Counter defense failed to build the stage prop as agreed by the parties. Yeah. Yeah. To modify the parties' agreement. Yeah. This is a good question. This is all the... Who's the expert? Tony? Joseph? Right? How did they gauge 30% completion from his expert with extensive knowledge? That's my question. What expert did they bring in? Tiny minds, man. Tiny minds, like Jake's saying. Who the expert witness? expert witness. Hang on. Yeah, I'm curious who the expert witness is too. Foddy, Michelle, Joseph, Steve, Ashley, Tony. Who's gonna go down there and be like, yeah, this is 30% complete with all their fucking infinite knowledge? Not any of these guys. No way. Mm-mm. Take a peek. These are the responses. Okay. Oh, that's the protective order. Those are the emails. I don't want to read those. No, I don't want to do those. Definitely don't want to read those. Let's see. Okay, this is them denying all the allegations. Claims are barred. Demand for jury trial. David, it said right here, demand for jury trial. Defendants hereby demand jury trial as to all issues so triable. They're going to take it to trial. So again, anybody that's ever had any experience with this cult, now's the time. Now is the time. I promise you guys. Nobody said this could be done. Everybody thought I was fucking crazy, right? I'm not fucking crazy. I know what can be done. I know. It's going to happen. Anybody that's had any experience with this cult, right? Family member, child, whatever the fuck the case is, write a letter to this judge. Write a letter. You could find all her information online. The judge is Beth Bloom. Let me get the information. Honorable Judge Beth Bloom. Beth Bloom. Oh, man. I would not want her to be my fucking judge. She just looks like she'd fucking throw the goddamn book at you. Woo! So exciting. Woo! Okay. The courtroom reporter. This is where he's sending us this shit to. I'm telling you guys, I wrote a letter to the judge and it's in evidence. I promise you. The judge reads these types of letters, okay? Don't give him the bullshit. Don't give him anything about God or the religion. Facts. Facts only. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Quick, to the point, concise, clear, grammatically correct, okay? You want these letters to be polished. You really do. You want these letters to look nice, read well. All right, I looked at mine, and after looking at it, I noticed a couple small errors, and I don't dig that shit because I like to be grammatically correct, especially when you're sending a judge a letter, right? You want it to be nice. I introduced myself, who I was. This is who I am. This is what I know. This is what we're doing. Here's the information that I have that I think could help in this case. And guess what? Little bird flew in my ear yesterday. Said, dude, your fucking letter got admitted into evidence. It's admitted into the records with all David's information on it. The quit claims, the tax IDs, the multiple addresses in the several years. All I said is, Your Honor, you could have your staff look over these, hey, and have them check cross-reference the county appraisal districts, and you'll see all of the lies that he's been telling everybody. That's it. Quick and to the point, man. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's see. The courtroom deputy, their email is Elizabeth_Gariazzo, Gariazzo, at flsd.uscourts.gov. Okay. That phone number is 305-523-5695. Okay, if you need to get in, if you need help, okay. Because this is, you guys, this is where, if you need help, this is where it's time for you guys to step up. I got your back. I'm here with you guys. Trust me, I've already sent a letter up. I've sent a letter up, guys. I've sent a letter up. I recommend everybody else do the same thing. The judge reads these letters, especially when it's pertinent to a case they're trying, especially when it's facts. Write the judge a letter. I did. I sat down and I fucking took the time to polish out a real nice letter to her, and it apparently worked. Okay, the courtroom reporter, her name is Yvette Hernandez. Her phone number is 305-523-5698. Her email is Yvette, Yvette, capital Y, underscore Hernandez, standard spelling, at flsd.uscourts.gov. So that's where you can send your letters. And all I labeled it, I sent it to, I think I sent it to the courtroom deputy, and I also sent it to the courtroom reporter. And I also sent one directly to the judge. Her email is Bloom, Bloom, at flsd.uscourts.gov. So I sent one straight to her too. You guys, I pay her. We pay her. You pay her. I pay her. We can send a letter to her. Just don't send anything dumb, right? There's a way to go about this, guys. The bureaucratic way, right? Bureaucratic way. These guys fucking hate me right now. I know they do. Facts. I know these guys have a deep fucking hate for me right now. It all makes sense why I was getting the letters and shit and the fucking text messages. Not the letters, but the text messages, right? Looking at the court docket now, I see why. They saw me on the deposition list. And the time I showed up was right around the time I showed up at the hotels was on or about the time everybody was getting fucking deposed. No bullshit. Let me pull that shit up again. I'll tell you when the deposition dates were. Give me a second. There were depositions, guys. Let's see here. Joseph, you're fucked, dude. Joseph, you're in a world of shit, dude. And you don't even realize it, man. Joseph, you know what the best thing for you to do is to get the fuck out. I would just leave if I was you. So let's see. So KOGGC was 5:17, and so is JMMI. Kingdom of God was going to commence at 1, JMMI at 1:30. Michelle Brannon, well, she changed her name to Michelle Cosby, right? She changed her name to Michelle Cosby now, which is kind of weird. She's trying to hide. She's hiding. That's what people do when you're going into fucking hiding. Change your name, Michelle Cosby. Now nobody knows my name, Michelle Brannon, anymore. No, we'll still find you, Michelle. Ashley, looks like Ashley Larimer, the real pretty blonde girl, she was deposed on 5/18/2023. And again, I don't know if they've been served. It's just, these are the schedules. That's what it's saying. And I don't know whether they've been done or not. Have they? They could be. They may not have been. Then Kirsten Jones was done on 5/19/2023, or apparently. Joseph Bush was on 5/24, apparently. David Taylor, 5/25, apparently. And mine was going to be on the 26th, and I never got served. So I haven't been served, so I can't be deposed until I've been served. So. And if that's the case, I'll do the deposition. I will. After all the shit I got in the text messages. Yeah. I think it's only the right thing to do now to really show like what these people are. It's a hate group. It's a hate group, and anybody that talks bad about them, they fire back at you with just hate and bigotry, and they're nothing more than scammers. And this proves it. This whole case right here proves it. They're trying to fuck everybody over. They're trying to lie to the judges, to the lawyers, to the taxpayers. They're going to get in there and try to lie to the fucking jury. Great people, right? Great people at this place. It's supposed to be a church, but somehow David has managed to find himself locked up in a lawsuit every fucking 3 years for the last 10 years. Overlapping fucking lawsuits, actually. David just got out of a lawsuit with Harold Lewis. Bam, right into another one, Movie Prop Rentals. Now, guess what? After Movie Prop Rentals, guess who it's going to be? Eagles Fly In. David's moving all of his people. He's moving all of his people to the hotel because if he goes bankrupt, they can't take the hotel because they are just leasing it. But where's he going to put all those people after that? All the buildings, JMMI, KOGGC, everything is in the names. It's in their names. It's in KOGGC now. But they've incorporated and opened LLCs in Kingdom of God Global Church's tax number. Right? They're trying to do that to protect everything, but it won't work. So, with that being said, do a quick rundown. Court case update. It's going to jury. It's going to jury trial in October. Okay? That's what's going to happen. David's... They're demanding it. They're demanding it. David's... Yeah, unjust enrichment. Yep. Breach of implied duty or of good faith and fair dealing. Says they're basically failing to account for over $300 in funds paid under the oral contract, whatever the fuck that was. So apparently there was maybe possibly some kind of handshake with this. Maybe, who knows? Counter defendants further engaged in deceitful practices by demanding increases in the oral budget and price despite knowing that the funds already paid pursuant to the agreement had not been used for the construction of the project. Oh, that's a good point. Okay. So they were trying to raise the budget. They were trying to raise the... So basically, deceitful practices by demanding increases in the contract budget despite knowing the funds had already been paid pursuant to the agreement had not been used for the construction. So basically, they were trying to increase the project, use the funds for other shit, right? That's how that sounds right there. Yeah, David's trying to counter Stu. Demand for jury. Plaintiffs hereby demand a trial by jury on the claims and issue that trialable by jury. So it's going to go to jury trial. David, this is the dumbest fucking thing you can do. I can't wait. David, I'm going to go to your fucking trial. If I can, trust me, David, you're going to see me. I'm going to show up in that fucking court, dude. I'm not going to say a word either. I'm going to walk in, sit down, and watch. So, going to jury trial, everybody. Probably the dumbest thing David could do. And he's got a woman for a judge, man. I would not. Man. Let's take a peek at her bio. Let's see here. She doesn't have a bio here. But, yeah, Judge Beth Bloom. That's who you're going to send your letters to, you guys, okay? This is kind of a call to action at this point. It really is. This is a call to action for anybody who's ever been involved with this cult, who has kids who might be involved, who wants to see this come to an end. Write a letter to the judge. Facts only. That's it. Facts. Facts, you guys. She doesn't want to hear bullshit. She's going to be dealing with enough of David's bullshit already, obviously, what it sounds like. Give them the facts only in the letters, okay? Write the judge. You guys write the judge. Write the lawyers. Write everybody. Write one letter and send it to all the fucking parties involved, you guys. Seriously. This is real shit. This is how you make the system work for you, right? You want to see your tax dollars work? You guys want to see how you bring down a fucking cult in America? This is it right now. We're going to stop this cult together, you guys. It has to be all of us, though. I can't do it alone, guys. I can't. I know a couple other people are already writing letters. Let's flood her fucking inbox with letters about this cult, you guys. Let's let her know what's been going on with this guy. David's not going to slip through the cracks on this one, guys. I guarantee it. He is not going to slip through the fucking cracks. You guys, I promise that. Like I said, little fucking bird flew in my fucking ear, dude. Yesterday. Things are going to fucking start happening in a big fucking way, and David's going to fucking go down, you guys. I will be doing a short live tonight on Zoom. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'll get it posted on the channel, and I'll put up a little bit of insider information, okay? I'll talk about the little bird that flew in my ear yesterday. But you got to show face. If you don't show face, you can't be in the room. You have to show face, because I'm gonna put out information, man. I'm not gonna put out information if I don't know who you are, okay? So better be a channel member or something like that, and have been on the channel for quite a bit. And you have to show your face, and we'll talk about some of the stuff that's going on. And you guys, I'm at fucking total peace now. I really am. Now what I found out, they can't run from this one, guys. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. They are not fucking running, you guys. Not from this one. Not from this one, you guys. I guarantee it. David will lose this time. Now is the time, right? It's going to trial in October. David's demanded a fucking jury trial, you guys. David is demanding a fucking jury trial. Write letters to the judge, you guys. Write letters to this judge. I'm not going to see him. Don't send them to me. Fucking send them straight to her. That's exactly what I did. I sent my letter straight to the judge. You send it straight to the courts, man. The judge reads those, you guys. Those letters are as good as a fucking impact statement. We're taxpayers, you guys. You got to remember that. Remember that. We pay her. That's a federal judge, man. When you pay your fucking federal taxes, guess what? She gets a cut of it. However little or however how small, fucking fraction of a cent, doesn't matter. We pay them. We pay them. Doesn't matter what side of the fucking aisle they're on. You guys, we pay these people. Remember, they work for us. We the people. All right? Let's get some letters up to this judge and let her know what's going on. We have to do this as a team, guys. I can't do this alone. This is a we effort. There is no I in team, guys. This is a we effort, right? There's more people on the back channel that have been helping that I don't mention, and I thank you guys. You know who you are. Thank you, guys. You know who you are. The sources, thank you. This can't be done alone, guys. There's no fucking way. There's no way. This has to be done as a group, you guys. We the people, right? Think of one bee, right? I keep bees. Think of one fucking bee by itself, right? Out in the big ass fucking world, right? Zzz, fucking flying around, fucking zzz. It's a fucking windshield ornament, right? Open up a beehive that's fucking got about fucking 5,000 bees inside of it, right? Now you got a superorganism. Think of it like that. Think of it as a superorganism. This can't be done alone, guys. We have to do this as we the people, right? Not as divided. We have to do this as we as a group, you guys. Write letters to Judge Beth Bloom and address them, Honorable Judge Beth Bloom. I'll pull up my letter real quick. Let me take a peek here. I'll go ahead and read the letter to you. Let me take a peek here. I'll find it. So I wrote a letter to the judge. Fuck that. That's the letter. That's the copyright letter. Here it is, right here. Okay, this is how I address the letter. To Honorable Judge Beth Bloom from me. I put the case number 1:22-Charlie Victor 22594. Movie Prop Rentals LLC et al. Right? That's and involved versus the Kingdom of God Global Church and everybody. I sent mine on 5/15/2023. Okay, that was 2 weeks ago. It's already in evidence. This is exactly how I stated this letter. Your Honor, everything stated in this letter will be related to David E. Taylor, Michelle Brennan, Joseph Bush, the Kingdom of God Global Church, JMMI, and the Marvels in America World Healing case currently being held in your court. My name, so-and-so. I am writing you today as a very concerned American disabled veteran and taxpayer. I also run a YouTube channel, David E. Taylor Full Frontal Exposure 2.0, that has been actively reporting on this cult for the last 2.5 years. For the last several years, a very large social media presence has formed around this one man, but not for the right reasons, Your Honor. This all starts with the deposition that was taken in 2014 and 2015 regarding a very substantial amount from a divorce settlement that was given to David E. Taylor at the hands of a man named Rick Frazier. David E. Taylor and Michelle Brannon are leaders of possibly the most destructive religious sex cult our country has witnessed since Jim Jones or David Koresh. For the last several years, we have been tracking his movements, financials, and legal cases, and even compiling interviews with survivors of this religious cult. Most of the interviews are gut-wrenching and disgusting to hear about. The abuse that is taking place inside this one cult, Your Honor, is beyond anything we could fathom. We have proof of systematic physical abuse, financial abuse, extortion, coercion, fraud, money laundering, and even sexual abuse at the hands of David E. Taylor and Michelle Brannon. I can say for sure that very recently, Your Honor, David E. Taylor did a quitclaim deed to one of his cult members, Susan Altman, address 1280 Southwest 38th Street in Ocala, Florida. You can have your clerks check the county appraisal to confirm the dates. This was obviously transferred to prevent any legal or financial ramifications from the court when a judgment does happen for this case. Please be advised, ma'am, this cult may be operating under several different names, assumed names, and tax ID numbers. I have listed them in chronological order as well as if they are active with the IRS. So I listed all the different tax ID numbers. Then I also put, please be aware, Your Honor, Kingdom of God Global Church has also been incorporated in Missouri and is also the holder of an LLC for a property in Missouri listed at 1216 Babbler Park Court. On top of the property just listed, here are the addresses of the other exclusive properties this cult has purchased between 2020 and 2023 during the building of the stage set with movie prop rentals. There is also a very high probability more properties are associated with this cult than the ones listed here, Your Honor. So I listed them, all of them. I listed all the properties. Yes, and I also, this is in closing. Your Honor, I respectfully request that the courts look deeper into this organization than what is being presented at this time. The information I provided should be more than enough for a good start. Your Honor, these people will do everything to lie, cheat, steal, and basically attempt to fool anyone they think is not smarter than them, including Your Honor. Lies and deceit are the foundation of this organization. They will point the finger at the next person to evade answering any questions from any authority figures. Recently, David E. Taylor has gone to the lengths to move his entire cult operation to a fictional college in Houston, Texas at a recently leased hotel for $800,000 located at 14380 Freeway North. This location was once the Eagles Fly-In owned by Boeing, but has now been converted to a non-accredited college operated by this very cult with no college degree plans. Your Honor, thank you for taking the time to read this letter, as I know the courts are overflowing. Please stop this organization from damaging any more lives, Your Honor. Thank you. Very respectfully, I put my name and then I put Disabled Veteran, U.S. Army 82nd. That's it. That's it. No bullshit. Nothing about God. Nothing about religion. Facts, guys. Facts. If you've given this piece of shit money, guess what? Tell a judge. Tell these people, you guys. Now is the time for action, guys. We're June, July, August, September, October. We got 4 fucking months, guys. 4 months until David goes to jury trial. You guys want to see this end? Right now. This is a call to action, guys. This is a call to action for everybody involved. I now challenge everybody to do your part and just write a letter to the judge. A simple letter. Even if you're an ex-cult member from another cult, be like, Your Honor, yes, I was in another cult, and this guy's dangerous. This will work, you guys. This will work. I promise you. You guys, we're this close. We're in June, July, August, September, October. We have 4 months, you guys. 4 months. David is requesting to go to jury trial, man. Jury trials don't end well, man. When they come with the fucking facts, the jury's going to look at the fucking facts. They're not going to look at David as he's some fucking pastor or prophet or apostle. No. They're going to look at him as a fucking member of society trying to scam a tax-paying company. Help us, you guys. Let's stop this together. Let's all do it together as a team. Let's do it as we. Let's not do it as I. Let's do it as we, you guys. There's a group behind the channel. This is a call to action to everybody out there that's ever watched the channel. I fucking love you guys for being here. Let's step it up a notch, man. What's fucking Emerald Lagasse say? Fucking kick it up a notch. Bam! Fucking kick it up a notch with David. Let's kick this shit up fucking 10 fucking notches, guys. We can stop this as we the people, you guys. We pay the government, right? We pay Judge Beth Bloom. My letter's already entered into evidence, guys. I challenge everybody to get a letter into evidence.